butts a day. There is no ASMR. It's just ASS. That's all you get when you come this way without a single R, dude. Like, it's just nice try, A for effort, but like
that's what I thought
on the Masspole spot. I just don't have it. I can't do it. I got no BB, no ASMR. I got nothing. I got 1, 2, 3. That's all I got. That's what I do.
Well, we'll leave it up.
Did you hear me on this one?
I can hear you on that one, yeah.
Switch to this one then.
All right, let's try this. All right, buddy. We're gonna do a quick switch.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to progress. That's what they tell others.
My close up, Mr. Yager.
Now we've got to figure out how to get all of us in the picture.
We'll just have to.
The same ball as like the canister company, right?
And you know and you know like what the commentators call it, right? The ball arena. We call it the sack.
Get the hell out of here! No,
I swear to God, we call it the sack. I swear to God.
All right, I'm done.
That's it. Yeah. End the show, Johnny. Go raid somebody. We're good.
I
on aircraft last week.
And I'm glad. I was gonna say I'm glad Coastal gave that lady his 2 inches worth. I mean 2 cents worth. I'm sorry.
You got Marky bad. I love it. No, that lady, like, she wasn't even discreet about it. No, you can ask Johnny. She like literally leaned over John's shoulder and looked at my phone.
That's just one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we'd all be a lot better if we did. Man, what a night. How you guys doing tonight? What's happening? We're here. We're
bringing back supersized meals at McDonald's.
Yes.
And dollar doubles.
Dollar doubles, and not the McDoubles. I want that second piece of cheese. Don't play games with my cheese on my burger. Don't play games with my cheese. A 1 piece of cheese. I have driven back to McDonald's after getting McDoubles when I ordered doubles. I've driven back, and I want my cheese.
You got McDupes, is what you.
Dude, I got McDuped. I got McDuped. The McDuper. Oh, good God. Hey, Johnny.
Johnny!
Hey, Dupa.
Paging Dr. Beefcake. Dr. Beefcake, we need to start the show.
You suck.
I earned that one.
He says so much by saying so little.
All right.
Good God. Oh, boy.
Oh, we got raided. Crosby 1124. Thank you for the raid.
Appreciate you. All the usual suspects. Thanks for showing up.
Jen's here. We haven't seen Jen in a while.
I streamed 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I didn't know you streamed.
Yeah, she streams.
Ah.
Queen had a birthday stream today.
Very nice.
Beautiful thing. Happy birthday, kid.
Birthday, yeah.
Right. You look way better than I did at 29. I'll tell you that much right now. A ton. So much better, kid. Keep it up. You're doing great.
All right. Let's see. Looks like everything's good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Dudes and Belts Recharge here on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. I am your host, Johnny Deathdrop, as always, and we definitely got a lot to talk about here. Before we get into everything, of course, let's introduce the panel on the top left. He is the one that lives way up there on the east coast of Maine. He is the one and only Ghost Crusader.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. We got a great episode of Charge to go over. Title matches, odd couple pairings, a great tag team match. I can't wait to talk about it.
And on the top right, he is your resident masshole himself. He is the one and only referee, Marky Pins.
What is good, everybody? Tonight, we're going to take it right back down to where it all began, the thing that brings us together, pro wrestling. And pro wrestling is hot right now in the Rocky Mountain regions. The Lockheed division is on fire right now. D'Lo Brown, large and in charge, taking care of C-Rex, organizing the big gauntlet match for the Shocktober title match. Big main event. We're going to get into it in a little while.
And on the bottom, he is your resident encyclopedia of Rocky Mountain Pro. And you can't really call him number one CMS journalist currently at the moment because Slade has officially taken that role at the moment. But we can say that he is your resident RMP commentator himself, the one and only Lucas Bradwell.
I'll take it, but anybody can just grab a microphone, say they're the number one journalist. I'll have a bunch to say about this. I think there's a lot of wannabe journalists out there, and I think I've inspired them, and I'm gonna take it that I've inspired people, and that maybe imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and I will take that as well.
That's fair.
That's very
That's
fair.
For the way she moved herself in and just kind of announced it. I appreciate the candor and maturity you're dealing with it with, and I respect that. 100%.
We got to wait on her credentials now because you got to be credentialed.
Yes.
All right. Before we get into everything, I think there definitely needs to be some words said. And it seems like, how should I say this without getting in too much trouble here? Pretty sure it was a good thing that I didn't have the internet on Thursday. Because God only knows what I'd be saying on this mic right now. So I'll take that as a godsend for what happened on Thursday. Probably a good thing that the internet was out.
Yes.
We're gonna keep this short and sweet, pretty straightforward, regardless of your opinions and what you believe. Having somebody die because of freedom of speech is uncalled for and not warranted, and shouldn't be appreciated the way it was appreciated by a few, slim few. Let's be real here, slim few. This past week was a tragedy, and regardless of where you are opinion-wise, no one should have to die like that. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about, we're going to actively debate pretty much with the law office throughout the course of the night whenever they decide to show their head.
You know what's coming.
Yeah, they're just waiting.
And we're going to do it as much as we want, as long as we want. Because in this country, we have the First Amendment. We have every right to freedom of speech. And that's about as much as I can say. Because if I go any further, we will not have a show next week.
That's fact.
Or for the rest of the eternity.
I will let the other guys speak if they want to. Go quick. But I will say to end, for anybody who did celebrate and cheer for the loss of life on Thursday, you all lost. Shame on you. And may God have mercy on your soul. Anyone else?
No, I
No,
just
it's
want
pretty
to
accurate.
say, yeah, I just want to say, it especially here in
And
Colorado.
well, sorry, Lucas. I'm specifically not saying names to try and
Right.
make any type of political stance on here. Someone died
Right.
because of freedom of speech. and
Yeah, yeah.
that's how I think you guys should leave it as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
all I was gonna say is that we dealt with the kind of double tragedy that day, as we also had
Yes.
Yes,
a
exactly.
shooting
Yep.
literally like 15 minutes from where I live. Evergreen High School is in the same school district as the school district that my kids went to high school with, and so it that stuff hits home, and people need to have just a better perspective of what life is about, and it's not about yes, we have our differences, but in all life is precious. It don't matter if you agree or disagree with someone.
Right.
Life is precious. Let's be civil to one another and stop the crap, and because this crap is going on, and it's not going to get any better if you are celebrating someone's loss. It's
Right.
horrible.
It's the only way to heal this country. Is with conversation.
We've been divided for so long. We need things that bring us together right now. Discussion, dialogue. This is why when somebody disagrees, you have a voice. You can speak right back up. Somebody disagrees with our opinions over here on the show, we speak right back up, and then we face that accuser later. We don't do crazy things. We get inside the wrestling ring. We settle our differences and grievances in normal ways, in normal fashions. That's how we should continue moving on forward. Period. Done. End of story from the master.
Debate is one of the oldest things in history. You know, ever since people learned language and they knew how to talk, debate is how you settle differences, and that's how it should be. Talk it out. If you still don't agree at the end, hey, at least your side was heard, and that is what it is. People are free to make their own decisions, but not decisions that result in the end of life of others.
Well said by everybody. And now, let's get on to what we enjoy doing and what we show up doing every week. And that's talking about, debating, and having conversations about pro wrestling.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
There's one thing that can bring us all together. This is one of the many things that can. It doesn't matter. Age, sex, doesn't matter. This is something you can cheer for who you love. You can boo for who you don't. You can hope that he loses. You can hope that he wins. Doesn't matter. This can bring us all together. Let's talk about this. Let's do this. We got our real world opinion up. Now let's go into the other world that we love right here, pro wrestling.
All right.
Yes.
With that being said, and Thursday, this could have been a whole different conversation because I was very pissed. But episode 463 of Recharge. Also, let's not forget, we are going to be doing some form of the rewind. I completely forgot that we have New Year's Revolution that we have to watch, and it took me a while to find it. But it's about 2 hours long, so we're probably not going to be doing that tonight. However, I was able, in the search of finding New Year's Revolution, we did find the Revy Awards.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay, cool.
We missed that a couple of weeks ago in a rewind. Yeah.
Yeah, because we thought it was incorporated in the episode, and it turned out it wasn't. But I do
It was its
have
own whole separate thing.
Yes, I did find it.
Nice.
And it's about a half hour,
Nice.
so we're gonna watch that, and then depending on scheduling issues with the dudes, which we'll talk about at the end of the show, we might have to push that off another week. But again, we'll figure this all out later. But episode 463, we find out, and I want to get your opinions on this, boys. We're going to have a number one contendership fatal 4-way match to have the chance to face the NRW champion. This match entails Remy D, Jumbo Zamore, Draper, and Anaya.
Yes, please. I want to see that. That is going to be awesome.
Yeah, if there's 4 absolute strapping studs that could be competing in a ring for the NRW title, that's 4 of the biggest names you'd see right there. And with those 4 names, literally anything could happen. You have a dude named the Wild Card. You have the Beauty and the Beast. You have the Green Machine. Like there, it's just not going to stop with what could happen in this match. It's just very, very unpredictable, especially with Anaya. We're going to get into how he's kind of messing with minds and stuff as he's going forward. So the Gorilla's agenda, I think, is still large and in charge in Anaya's mind. So anything's up. Anything's up.
Yeah, a virtual who's who in this four-way. It's you know, if you talk about what each man has done in their careers, and it is a laundry list of what each man has done and what they still have a long career. Every guy has a long career ahead of them, and so this is all four men at their very peak of their careers right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So expect that next week on episode 464, this coming Thursday on Charge. We're going to move on to some 8-man tag team action. Coastal, we'll start with you here. We had Colt with Mr. Wait, what?
I'm going to start.
Mark?
Oh, you're going to start?
Yeah, because the next match is the tag team match, and you should have seen Costa before the show vibrating about wanting to talk about just vibing versus PCE.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna jump out. I'm gonna steal the show. I get the first one today for the first time. I don't get the first one unless Coastal's not here. So I'm taking it.
Okay. Cole with Mr. Rogers, 2 Dame, RJ Wild, and Bryce 5 going up against Enrique, Jacob East, Stanley Logan, and the Prosecutor.
So if there was a definition of chaosity personified, this was it. This was literally it. We had a bell. There was no control. I think for 8 seconds, Ref Alex had control of this match. And there was actually 2 people in the ring for, I think, 8 seconds in the beginning. And this is what this, like, I don't want to say like gang warfare thing or if sides being taken against, but this is what is happening right now in Rocky Mountain Pro. Like lines are being set in the sand, and there are just certain people that are edging and edging people on and going crazy. And then this match was the personification of it. You see the Prosecutor and Stanley Logan fighting to the back. You know, then out of nowhere, Colton and Mr. Rogers is taking the beating of the match. Jacob East comes in with the big flatliner for the win. While nobody even notices the win, the only people that knew that anything happened were the 2 people in the ring and the ref that rang the bell. I don't think the other 6 competitors even knew that the match was over until ref kind of stopped everything. But whole lot of chaos in the beginning. But Jacob East pulls off the chaotic win with the big flatliner on Colt and Mr. Rogers. It was really weird. I know that, like, we saw last week when the fellas were outside, like, you know, when it was like 2 Dame and Bryce and RJ Wild, that like all of a sudden Colt just kind of come out the cut and Mr. Rogers started talking to him and all that. And you kind of wonder if that could fit in as a tag team. And I got to say, Coastal, I think it did. He was on the side. He didn't kind of, you know, play games with things. He was very much focused, the one-track mind going forward, trying to win the match, made a couple clutch tags, but took the loss at the end. But to me, he was the wild card here. But he, even though he took the loss, he was still on the team's side. A little weird for Colt and Mr. Rogers. We're used to a lot of chaos from them. Not tonight.
I think that's what they thrive on is chaos, and I think they saw what was coming. I guess the writing on the wall, the as you put it, chaosity was going to be in this match, and that's where they want to be. They want to be amongst all that, you know. This was, I think tensions are running hot everywhere, guys. I think all through the locker room. I think that nothing is certain in Rocky Mountain Pro. The rules, we haven't heard the official rules and things like that yet. You know, everything's up in the air. Everything is chaos. So I think you're just finding like-minded individuals at this point, Lucas, gathering together. We see it with all the factions, and just trying to survive, I guess, with the dark, I don't want to say the dark cloud, but the ominous nature of the champion who is, you know, the top of the mountain. So you have that ominous cloud up there. I think it's affecting the way people are conducting themselves.
Yeah, you have to kind of be in survival mode, and a good way to survive is to find a group of like-minded people that you can at least get along with and have at least a little bit of, you know, backup and everything. So a match like this, it's kind of hard to, sort out and see, who, really shined in the match and who didn't. But I think for when you can come out and be the one person that gets the pin in that type of match, I think that's a big thing. And so for Jacob East, who, really hasn't had much opportunity in Rocky Mountain Pro so far, we've only seen him a few times. I think for him to come out victorious in this matchup with some of the, the names that he had on the other side, and to get that win, I think that's big for him. And that's going to be, that's something that he can, put in his back pocket, and when it's time for, looking for new number one contenders and contenders for different championships, Jacob East can say, hey, I've got a pinfall victory here in this, crazy 8-man match. And there, it's, that could be something that he can use. So I think that, sometimes even throughout the chaos, you got to find some bright spots if you're a competitor. And for Jacob East, he came out the winner. And so, throughout all this gang warfare, he's the one who actually stood out.
Hey, Aiden.
What's up, Aiden?
Twitch.
Mikey Ward, how you doing? To-Do List Studios, I'm kind of with him on this one. I'm definitely liking Jacob East too. He's definitely someone to keep an eye on.
He's impressive. He's got an unhingedness about him, and if he harnesses it, that could really be an asset for him going forward. It really kind of could.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the tag team match. Coastal Just Vibin versus PCE. I thought this was a great match. Probably one of the best matches of the episode.
Yeah, I mean, Just Vibin gave them everything they could handle, guys. This is a perfect personification of what this tag team division is right now. It is separated by very little. It is very hyper competitive. I mean, take a look. Like, in my opinion, and I'm not saying this is bad because it's such a deep division right now, Pretty City Express was trying to climb their way up. And then you got this young, scrappy tag team that's trying to usurp them and go over the top of them. This was a statement match on both sides. This was a must-win match. And Just Vibin is so quick. And it's just, I don't want to say Pretty City Express overlooked them. I think they overlooked the tenacity in which they were going to come at him. I think they expected a lot of high flying, but this was pretty much like very hard hitting match. Should have been right up Pretty City Express's aisle, and they had to pull. They had to do their Pretty City Express stuff. They had to pull their tricks out, but they do end up getting the win. This was a huge win for them, in my opinion. It's going to set them back up, and they do need to beat Mark, the man in chat. They need to beat Yaden and Marty to really get back up there in that top echelon.
Mm-hmm. But I think the last couple matches we've seen Pretty City Express in, yes, one they lost, and yes, this one that they won. But one thing that I've noticed both times about them is that they've come out very slow. They've come out congratulating themselves, kissing their fingers and doing all this thing and everything else. And then they come out and they're already behind the 8 ball for the first 2-3 minutes of the match. Then they get mad and then they stop playing catch up. And then they're the formidable team that we know. I think since the fall from Grace, since they lost their titles, the whole focus has been so much, we want it back, that I think I could be very wrong, I'm just an analyst here, but it looks like they've lost that edge in the beginning of their matches where it takes a few minutes for them to get it back. And Just Vibin on Thursday jumped all over that, like they were the trampoline of all of Colorado for the first 4 minutes of the match. Reno was behind the 8 ball, Class was confused, and really they were going crazy. Calypso was flying around the ring like he had helium in his shoes. Okay, so there's a lot that Pretty City Express brings to the table. But another young team, like you said, a scrappy young team, like Just Vibin', that's kind of getting their name out there. This is a big statement match. Even though they lost at Lucas, I still think it says volumes for what they were able to do. Come out against a much more experienced, physically larger and more intimidating, let's just face it, and come out and not be intimidated, kick some ass for the first couple minutes of the match. It was just when Pretty City Express turned the gas on that they kind of realized they were in the frying pan. But up until that moment, Just Vibing, very impressive, but Pretty City just turned on the XP. What do you think of the whole thing?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good analysis of where Pretty City Express is at right now. I think that they, are still kind of trying to find their refooting in the tag team division. I think that when they lost those titles, I think that was a huge setback for them mentally, because these guys, you know how cocky and arrogant they are, and so without having those belts, I think that it's like, okay, they can be cocky and arrogant, but maybe people aren't taking them quite as seriously as they were when they were the champions. So, you kind of have to have a different mindset from when you're champions and then you're not champions anymore. You got to have a little bit different mindset. You got to have a little bit more of an edge. And I think they're trying to find that, but, tag teams like Pretty City, or Just Vibing, tag teams like that are coming to Rocky Mountain Pro from out of state. These guys are Houston boys. They've so they've been making their name down in Texas. They've heard about Rocky Mountain Pro. They've heard about all the hype and what we're building here at Rocky Mountain Pro. They want to be a part of it, and they want to show that they belong with teams like Pretty City Express, like Choppa City, like the tag team champions Cease and Desist. And I think this was a good showing for them that they do belong. I mean, and we've got other tag teams that are coming from out of state. You look at even teams like the Priest and the Beast, Mawabe and Father Marquis. You got, of course, you got the Tortured Souls. You got other. So it's just right now, we've talked about it. This tag team division is highly competitive, and maybe as competitive as it's ever been, because it seems like there's more teams that are up in that category where they can seriously be contenders. So I can't wait for more matches just like we saw this one.
You talk about how they came out slow, and there's a tag team we didn't mention that I think might have won tonight because of that fact. I think the Reckless would have won this match.
Maybe, and if they didn't win, because here's the problem though with that. I think the Reckless would have come out just as fast and just as hot, 100%. But here is the main advantage that Pretty City Express has over most of all the other tag teams, maybe save Choppa City, is that when they do get the adrenaline shot, they are bigger and stronger than most everybody they're in the ring with. And that is an element that you have to respect. As much as we don't like them, we kind of think of them as dirt bags, and they'll take any avenue. I mean, they were already running like messing with the ref early in this match too. That's the only way they got the advantage back, was by messing with the ref and then pulling the hair, and that was it. Once they start doing that though, there are very few teams that can physically compete with them. And I think that's where Pretty City Express retains that advantage. Even if they come out slow and duff it in the first couple minutes, they have that, like, I call it, like in bowling, that Rocky Balboa power. That anywhere out of nowhere, somebody can just show up and throw a strike right now out of nowhere. It doesn't matter how good they were doing. Pretty City Express can do that. They can come up with one move, one sequence that is a game changer, a playmaker sequence. And I think that's honestly their biggest asset. I think that's one of the biggest things they've harnessed of all their XP and of all their time in Rocky Mountain Pro and everywhere else, is that they know how to harness that hostility and bring it out at the right time. Now, stupidity, that's different. Sometimes they do some stupid stuff and then they got to make up for it. That's where the physical prowess comes in. But they'll almost always have that advantage.
All right. This is right around the time when we start to lose Lucas throughout the course of the episode here with his constant bitching about Slade.
Well, because this is when you start poking the bear with a hot poker.
What I should say is I think every one of us on this panel should knock on some type of piece of wood right now. Not your personal one, but a piece of wood. and
That one.
and knock on wood that Lucas's internet is still going pretty strong right now. So
That's true.
Well, hey, I did, along with the help of my family, we did some things, and internet should be good from now on.
Are you plugged in?
Basically, you let the kids reboot the router, didn't you?
Yeah, let them do some stuff. Let them hardwire some stuff. Yeah.
Oh, it's hardwired now. That, oh boy. See, we're learning.
Oh, there it is.
We're
That's
learning.
the advantage right there.
There we go.
Yep. Always plug it in. Always plug it in.
Beautiful. Let's get your opinions on cease and desist threatening to end the chop.
And confidence has a funny way of making you say things, doesn't it, guys? And they should be confident. I mean, they they were victorious. Who cares how they did it at this point? In their mind, they took the belts off Chopper City, but they do have to face Chopper City. And there's one thing I know about Bruce. He loves to serve up that revenge. I think they're going to stop the chop. I think it's going to be very close. Marky, I'm actually interested to figure out what they have up their proverbial lawyer's sleeve to have an escape route, if you will.
We just lost the stream.
We did?
We did?
Oh, yeah. It came back. It came back.
Oh, it did?
It came
hasn't come
back.
back on my phone yet.
Refresh. Everybody refresh.
It's back on mine.
Yep, everybody refresh. That was weird.
Refresh.
Everybody refresh. Yep, everybody.
Oh, there we go.
Spread the word, people. Everybody refresh on YouTube as well.
There we go.
And Rumble. That was weird.
It was literally because
I
you said
caught
something
it.
about Lucas's internet.
Yeah.
And then the universe, God smacked all of us.
He's like that guy with an hour left to work. He's like, man, it was awful slow tonight.
Because you're still annoying. I can't help it. Oh, look at that. Just like that. We get paid for blanking out there for a second. Yay, an RMP with the Prime for 78 months. Got to mute that too. That's annoying.
A lot of months.
It's a lot of months.
So you're talking about cease and desist, being the tag team champions, and first of all talking some trash to Jack McCready over there, one of the friends of the show over here. He's popped in and given us some grief, but also taking some like respect, Jack, like much respect, dude. But then like, see, you talk some trash to Jack McCready and you lay him out off the fence, and that's one thing, right, boys? Lucas is sub for 7.8 months. Yeah, that's decimalage.
Come on. Jeez.
No, I think he's up to like 35
Lucas, I mean,
hours.
Yaden, you can't do that. We're gonna lose the stream again, apparently. So don't shit on Lucas anymore.
No, it's you shitting on his internet. And then we lost the internet.
I have every
Like I
right.
said.
Okay, to be fair, I have every right to shit on his internet because he was definitely a little bit stagnant the past couple weeks in terms of his internet. So
It's because of the mountains, Johnny.
I'm closer to the mountains than most
Oh
of
my
the
God.
other guys. But
hey, it's
That's
Mr.
very
Reyes. Lucas is ruining the show. What a shock.
oh yeah. I am not actually ruining the show. In fact, it was all good until Chia Pet showed up. So.
Chia. Dun-dun-dun. They don't remember that commercial. They're too young, so that means it never happened. If they don't remember it, it never happened. That's fine. We do, but see, but here's my problem, and it's funny that he chimes in right as I'm sitting here
It
knocking
was
on the
perfect
door.
timing, yeah.
It really was, right? So, like, they go up and they start talking trash, and as a matter of fact, Mr. Reyes himself, like, lays out Jack McCready while he's standing there not bothering nobody, right? Just because he has a belt in his hand and he can't. But then here's the point, right? Like, here's the thing. You talk mad trash to
Valid
Jack
right
McCready.
there.
All right, that's one thing, right? It's
Valid.
too, okay, I get it, right? then you think you're gonna sit there and talk trash to the final boss? You think you're gonna talk trash to like Atiba? You think that you're gonna do any measure of trash talking that they're gonna listen to? That's Chopper City, bros. That's Chopper City. They started the chop. Y'all ain't even old enough to stop the chop yet. You guys haven't even gotten to the point where the chop can be stopped. If there's not 5 of you, you can't stop. Like you couldn't stop anything. You couldn't even stop a sentence with a period. So when we get down to it, Lucas, I really think this is a whole lot of posturing. I think it's a lot of sticking your chest up and saying it with every bit of air that you have in you. But you got to be careful because, see, we've seen things like this happen. And yes, I'm admitting I'm not a cease and desist fan right now at all. And here's the thing, though. There are sometimes that people puff out their chest so hard that they just make themselves an easier target to get the wind knocked out of them. Do you agree, or do you kind of think that like they have some validity behind it? What do you think?
You know, sometimes those tag team titles or any title, when you get it, it gives you a sense of invincibility, right? It gives you a sense of that you can do anything, and not only that, but they have the backing of the law. But they have the backing of the law office. You've got, you know, you got Preston, who's the mastermind, who's always scheming up something, and you got, you know, the American Psychopath behind you, and you've got Lola, who is as devious as they come. So they have a lot of stuff to fill that way, you know. And maybe if we were in their situation, we would feel a little overconfident as well. Obviously, Choppa City are their biggest hurdle for them to retain those titles. Choppa City are the ones that are the immediate contenders. So they're trying to do whatever they can to get under the skin of Choppa City. I don't know how smart that strategy is because I think it's just going to piss them off. But I got to think that they know that they know what they're doing, or at least that Preston's not going to let them do anything that he would deem harmful to their title reign. So I got to think that this is all part of the plan. It's what they were going to do. So we'll see how it works for them. I'm not so sure that it is going to work, but you know, so far they have backed up everything they've said. So I guess in a way they get a benefit of a doubt. They did what they said they're going to do. And, you know, Preston said that the law office was going to be an absolute force, and they have been over the past several months. So.
Yeah, I guess. And you know, it proves what they said, and they did it by any means necessary.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth, sir.
I don't care. I'll do it to myself.
How dare you? Are we good now? We go with cease and desist for now?
Yes.
Yeah, this was kind of, all things considered, this was tame. They had an interaction with McCready. They talked some smack to their opponents. It's fair. It's all fair in love and war. Like, it's fair. It's just, those of us that have been there know sometimes you don't celebrate until the final bell rings.
True.
All I'm saying.
Mikey Ward, I'm pretty sure it's just you. I think everybody can hear. Everybody type it a 1 if you can hear us. Just to be on the safe side.
I'll be that guy.
You'll be that guy.
Yeah. I typed 1.
We should have picked 2 just for 2 Dame.
No.
Hunter, why do you always gotta one up one of us? Come on. That was my joke. What are you stealing my thunder for?
First off, for Lucas, Yaden streams in a camper next to the mountains. You need to come up with a better excuse.
I was just kind of joking half-heartedly, but okay.
Yeah, that's what Yaden said. Don't hate on the messenger. And Marky Pins, I almost forgot. For those of you that didn't witness the amazing Deal or No Deal game that Marky played last week.
Yep.
Congratulations on your $5 that you won, buddy.
Yep.
Hey, that's $1.50 or $1.50 more than the Loch Ness Monster asked for. So hey, you got change.
That was the most bogus sequence of events that ever happened in the history of online gaming.
I called it.
Yeah, so you didn't
No.
beat me, did you? You didn't beat me, did you?
He could have.
No,
He
no, I
could
didn't.
have actually.
No, I didn't.
He had two,
And-
one or
and
two
he got a-
opportunities.
And he got a little greedy, didn't he?
Of course I
You
did.
Of course he did.
You got a little
Yeah.
greedy.
Because I was pissed at what happened the first time. So I was going for the gusto this second time, regardless.
And you had the gusto.
And I was going to give everybody either a dramatic win or the epic fail that nobody else has ever seen. And they got option B.
93.
You know, nobody remembers the Tin Cup, where he finished in the U.S. Open, but they all remember his 12. They all remember
I
his
was just
12.
talking about that movie today.
I don't care. You go down in flames, and you take one with you.
Hunter just
No,
said that
I'll
he
take-
did have
And I
a
did.
$93,000 offer.
And it was really funny how in the makeup game, the $500,000 thing was in the number that I picked in the first game. Really weird.
Marky's talking
Really weird.
collusion.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Do we have the X-Files theme song on standby? Because-
I thought you were holding the 500. The $500.
Not the first
one.
game.
First
No,
game.
in the first game I chose number 20, and because that's my lucky number, and it did have 500 the first time, and it was really weird how in this one the number 20 had the 500,000 in it,
Oh.
and it was a makeup game from the first one. It's
Oh.
kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, a little.
Awfully coincidental.
Should have listened to a lawyer.
I will never listen to that lawyer. I'll listen to a lawyer if it came up.
It's sad that Hunter would
No. He didn't set
would
me up to
crash the
win $5.
software just to
walked
get
away
you to
with
come
$5.
back.
I
that,
walked away with $5. I don't blame him for that. No,
that was
I just
great.
saw a pattern and wanted to ask a question.
Oh, it said that Hunter would crash the software just to get you to come back and then set you up to win.
Well, I was
$5.
about to win his game and break all the records in his game. I really was. I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying it was just really coincidental how it happened. So I decided to go for the freaking gusto. The second one, there was no lightning in the bottle again. It wasn't there. It just wasn't there. So I just finished the game.
Is my mic
I
only
just-
working like half the time?
No,
finish the game.
you've been good the entire time.
Okay.
Why did you say anything that we
That's
missed?
all right.
No,
That's
I,
all right.
I don't get the little green thing around Discord, and I know that's like how
I
you
get
know
it.
you're talking.
I see.
I can see it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see it.
All right. How do we feel about the ongoing situation with Dustin Urich and Mr. Draper?
I mean, it's a new Draper, right? Like, he is new. Well, maybe it's a new old attitude, as we'll see on the rewind at points that we've seen. He's channeling that more aggressive side of himself. I think Dustin sees that as a challenge to who Dustin is. Let's not forget, he is the longest reigning Rocky Mountain Pro champion of all time. And for Draper to treat him the way that he feels he's been disrespected, breaking his nose, but, as the Vulture said, he hit him with a chair, but it's not even. And even Dustin says that. I think there's going to be a mighty collision, Marky. I think it's going to absolutely maybe come at a time that Draper can't really or shouldn't really. I mean, he's got that fatal four-way coming up. Who knows what happens before that if Dustin goes after him?
It's not always Urich's style to do that, but we've also seen him be a little bit more unhinged and not really like himself since his clash and that months-long feud with Damon Ace when he come back. He still hasn't settled himself really in. This might be the closest he's been to the old Vulture since he's been able to be back. And after this, it's been more than a few months since he's been done with Damon. So maybe his head is starting to come back to reality. But there's one thing, a Vulture never forgets where its food is. A Vulture never forgets that which tried to kill it. And Dustin Urich is not going to take this kind of crap. There is years of experience between him and Draper. You know this, Lucas. We've seen it on the rewind, and we've seen it just in the eras of what we're living through now when they've clashed and, met face to face. You could tell that there's an aura, a chemistry around this. This is like, excuse me. They talk about some boxing matches or things like that having that like big fight feel, right? That it's more than just, even it's for a championship. The championship isn't the central figure in it. There's just this feud between these two guys. There's these two massive pillars of XP, not just in Colorado, but in professional wrestling in general. And when those two pillars collide, there is no amount of concrete that'd be able to put it back together. And Lucas, this is a prime example of two guys from the old school, two guys that grew up respecting the old school, wrestle like the old school, still kind of talk like the old school. They're going to go out and just old school beat each other up. There'd be some good wrestling. I don't think it's going to break down into some kind of crazy fight. But I think at some point in time, we are going to see this confrontation, and it's going to be exactly what we needed.
I think that's exactly what we're headed to. I think we're on the collision course for these two. I'm still trying to kind of figure out what is motivating Draper nowadays, because at first I thought his issue was with the new school guys like Ice Williams and some of these newer people. Well, and now it seems like he's got issue with Dustin Urich, who Dustin Urich has almost 10 years more on Draper as far as experience in pro wrestling.
Day one.
So, he's not old school, dude. He's OG. He's original gangster. Like, he's not old school. He was there in the beginning.
Yeah, Dustin's been doing this a very long time. I've had the privilege of watching Draper since his beginning, when he first started his career. So I've seen Draper, kind of evolve over the years, and he's kind of now got this huge chip on his shoulder. He seems to be kind of grumpy most of the time, not the jovial guy that we were used to seeing 4 or 5 years ago. I'm wondering if he's maybe thinking, look, my career, even though I'm still, I've still got plenty of years left. Maybe it hasn't quite been everything that he's wanted, and he's starting to maybe amp up the aggression a little bit. And it would be huge if he can, convincingly defeat Dustin Urich and get the best of Dustin Urich, who, if you look back in history books, he is the longest reigning Rocky Mountain Pro champion of all time, and he's one of the best to have ever stepped foot in Rocky Mountain Pro. So when these two, have another meeting, it'll be something that could go down historic, because this is the clash of two of the best that have ever stepped foot in a Rocky Mountain Pro ring. So this is bragging rights that are on the line.
I completely agree. And I'm with you, man. Like, we watched old school Draper. We've seen some newer Dak in the last couple of years as he's been in and out of Rocky Mountain Pro the last 2 or 3 years. But like this iteration of Dak, the second he lost the fanny pack and grew the mustache, he's been a different guy. And I don't know what pissed him off. And he was even the guy who said, look at me, I'm a cool guy. I have a fanny pack. Like, we've heard him say that at shows. I don't know what tipped the scales on him, but there's something on the inside that is just pissing him off every single day, and he's got something to say about everybody and everything. It sounds like a lot of projection to me, but when you try to do that to somebody like a Dustin Urich, you might get away with it with one of the young guys because there's like respect. I know who you are. I've been watching you. I respect you. That hero worship that we all do here and there in certain circles. But you're not going to work that. It's not going to work against Dustin Urich. Dustin Urich is just going to go straight forward. The man is just a bull. And between these two guys, they will create something historic, Lucas. I firmly believe you're correct. And we could very well be looking at a future #1 contender out of this as well.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I guess technically, Mark, you did make history last week on Deal or No Deal by becoming the lowest winner.
I did. You're exactly right. And I even celebrated that way. That's right.
Would have too.
Own
Own
all
it.
right.
I live my life by the philosophy. Just own it. It's easier. It's way easier.
Yeah, apparently, a lot of people need to know that.
That's why I said it out loud.
Let's see. Lucas, I don't know how this is gonna rub you. This actually might rub you the very wrong way. But apparently, Anaya likes to do a little bit of journalist work himself with the
Yeah.
iPhone
Dude,
there backstage. He's even
is
creating matches too. He's a journalist. Apparently, he's one of the presidents of the company, and yeah, he's doing it all, man. Except doing it in the ring, which has been a little bit of an issue for Naya as of late.
Yeah. Like I said, kind of with Slade, I think people are seeing what I've been doing, and that I've had a nice little run as the journalist over the past year and a half or so, with after kind of getting that role. And
Are you officially retired?
No, I'm holding the mantle for commentary till I'm no longer needed. If I keep that, then fine. I'll go back to being journalist some other time. But for now, I'm happy with my role. But I do take issues with people that just think they can grab a phone or a microphone or whatever and just call themselves a journalist without actually putting in the necessary hours and the studious time that I put in of actually looking into stories and doing these things. So yeah, I take a little issue with guys like Anaya and Slade who just
I thought
think
Slade did a
they're,
great job this episode.
she was better. I would say she has stepped up her game.
That's not what you were saying on the episode, Lucas.
Well, because
Well,
it's 2 weeks in a row. She forgot where Caden Koyama was from.
Exactly.
Took a minute.
And I've more of
It's
my
our
issues
charged
with,
champion.
more of my issues have been with her ring announcing as of late. And maybe I'll give her a little bit of an excuse. Maybe she has been so wrapped up in her journalism that she's been more concentrated on that and maybe slacked off a little bit on her ring announcing duties. But and it's tough. I've been there having to do 2 or 3 jobs at once. It's tough.
Lucas, I
So
don't believe that. Do you want to know why I don't believe that? It's because at the end of the main event, when she actually came out on the stage and actually conducted an interview on the spot, you took your headset off and you stormed off.
Well, it made me angry that she's already had what she have, like 5 or 6 stories and interviews, and then she gets the main interview at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Hell, they could have called me down there. I would have done that, and I think I deserve that kind of interview. With getting a big time interview with Mo, who just won her spot to be in part of that three-way match at Shocktober. I think I should have had that spot. I could have left my commentary.
You were on
post to
commentary, dude.
It was over.
It was
the end of the show. I'm sorry, Lucas. I can't let him keep yelling at you like that.
And there's a precedent. It hasn't been the first time where someone's left the commentary. You've watched Rewind. How many times have I left commentary to go do interviews in the ring during the Rewind? Plenty of times.
You were being
Several.
respectful. You knew that it was going to be the end of the show. You didn't want to take a chance of, interrupting her or anything like that. So you took the headset off because you knew that's how, your job was done.
I appreciate it, Coastal, but I ain't going to lie to you. I was pissed off. I'm mad. I was angry. I was mad. Yeah.
Be honest, right? Tell him.
Yeah. I was angry because I believe that, that's the least that they could have done was give me that moment to interview Mo in a big spot. And so did I lose my cool? Yes, I did. I'll admit it. But at the same time, I think I'm somewhat justified. I think I've earned the right to get some of those big moments. So
I agree.
I've said my piece. And was it unprofessional for me to walk out on my headset? Yeah, probably. But
All
I feel
because
the way I
all
feel,
because a young woman was doing a fantastic job at her job.
and I've done a fantastic job at my job for almost 15 years. So
Don't you point the
So
finger at me,
where do you
sir.
wear your orange there, Johnny?
Huh?
You're starting to
Where?
sound awful orange.
I'm not wearing orange. I don't even
Yeah,
think
you
I own
sound like
orange.
you are, though.
I don't think I own orange, and I don't see any law office personnel here at all. I don't see Eric Reyes chime in. I don't see Preston here. I don't see anybody here. This is just strictly from what I see, week in and week out.
With glasses on or without?
What do you mean with glasses on?
Like, are you seeing it very fuzzy, like it's through a gallon of water?
Are you gonna
Or are
argue
you
with me
actually
that?
looking at?
Are you gonna argue with me of the confession of Lucas Bradwell getting pissed off that Slade pulled off a pretty damn good interview to end the show to get final thoughts with Big Daddy Mo and her #1 contendership?
That was not what I disagreed with you about in the least bit, young man.
That's what it seems
What
like.
No, it's not. What I disagreed with is that you are telling Lucas that he has to let her go because you think she's doing a good job, so you don't think his reaction
Am I
is
not
warranted
entitled to
this.
an opinion?
You
Well,
are
am I-
entitled
and
to
am
an
Okay.
I
opinion,
not? Am I not
but is
entitled to my
Lucas not?
feelings? Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
What?
Right.
Am I not entitled to how I feel? My feelings are my
Oh,
feelings,
you
not your
can
feelings.
you can feel however you want to feel. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that what I'm
And-
seeing on the episode that you're getting a little ticked off
Well-
over someone
well,
that's
yeah,
just
and
that's
I-
just doing her job.
Okay, well, I'm also feel like I'm doing my job and doing a good job, and I think that sometimes I could be throwing a little bone. You know, I think I've
Oh,
earned that.
no one
but-
is complaining about your long tenured and how much loyalty you have towards RMP and even NRW from back in the day. Lucas is one
Right.
of those guys as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not privy on that. But at the same time, the past couple months, Lucas, it's looked bad on your character, and that's coming from a fan's perspective.
You know, I'm as much as I love my fans and I love all the Rocky Mountain Pro fans, I still am Lucas Bradwell, and I still have I'm still who I am, and I take a lot of pride in not only my job as a journalist and my job as a commentator. I just take a lot of pride in trying to make Rocky Mountain Pro better. And yeah, so do I maybe get a little overzealous at times? Sure. But you either any of you guys put yourself in my shoes, and if you put as much time and effort and your heart and your soul into a job, and you believe you've done a damn good job over all these years, and you see someone who's only been here for less than a year and only here part-time, you would probably feel the same way. So all I ask is that each and every one of you that are criticizing me, put yourself in my shoes and see my perspective, and maybe I'm not saying you have to agree with me, but maybe you can at least understand where I'm coming from.
Before
Right.
we continue
And a
on,
bit of
one more question for Lucas. How long do you see yourself being a Rocky Mountain Pro? In your mind.
Probably till as long as as long as the company's around. I mean,
Okay.
I'm at an age where, I can still do this. It's not, and it's not a job that I can't do well into my, 50s and 60s. So probably in at least another 15, 20 years, if God willing.
So what happens if you were the interviewer and something, God forbid, obviously, but something happened to you medically, or you had to step away for a long period of time? Wouldn't you think that a young up and comer like Slade would be someone that is already showing that could assume that role in case, God forbid, anything happened with you during the stretch?
Absolutely, and I've been in that situation. I took some time off from this company because of family issues
Yeah.
and things that I needed to take care of. So I was gone for almost a year, and people stepped up into a role. I have absolutely no problem with that, and I have no problem with Slade doing what she's doing. But let's not come all of a sudden say, "Oh, I'm an official journalist and I'm this and that," and I do have issues with that.
I don't
It's like,
think
okay,
I don't think she would say that though, unless she was anointed that. Like she hasn't said it for the past few months up until this episode, which is why I'm very.
This was the first time
This
we had
was the
heard
first time.
officially.
Well,
Right.
well
Right.
but then now we're hearing Anaya saying he's a journalist, and
I
there's-
didn't
there's-
say that. No, he did not say that. I was just kind of adding that in there because he did go about everything backstage like he
Well,
was.
and I've heard the chatter. I've heard the chatter that Anaya's going for it, and then I've heard other people have went to upper management and have asked to get more responsibilities and interviews as well. I don't know if those rumors are true. I guess we're going to be finding out. So, we'll see. I all of a sudden everybody wants to be what I was, and maybe I should.
That should
maybe
be a
I
good
should
thing.
take that as a compliment.
That
Maybe
should
I-
be a
maybe
good
it-
thing.
Maybe it should be, but you know how I am.
See, America, was it
Passion.
that hard? Was it that hard to have a normal conversation?
That's how it's done.
That's how it's
It's
done.
okay to be passionate,
Just
but
remember,
it's
Johnny
not okay to
questioned.
be uninformed.
Johnny questioned my decision making for a whole
I-
year, and I'm fine. So
Yes.
don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I'm
I think
fine
we all
too,
did. I think we all did.
And
No, it was definitely all of us. Yeah.
and as much
No,
as much as Johnny can be Captain A-hole, number one Captain A-hole, he is
number one.
he is he is an absolute great host. He's doing his job. I have no issue with it. Does it irritate me? Yes, it irritates me, but
But we signed up for it.
yep.
And you can't just run away from it because it hurts every once in a while. No. You got to
Exactly.
put a Band-Aid on it and just give it back a little bit. That's okay.
At the end of the day, we're having a great conversation, and to me, this is one of the most entertaining wrestling shows that are out there on the internet. So
Yeah, you're not.
It really
gonna,
is.
You're
If
not,
you didn't get the joke,
you're
it
not
is.
gonna get a disgruntled journalist and three dudes from New England. I don't like anything else in the world. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'll tell you that much right now.
All right. Speaking of charged champions, we had a
Yeah.
charged championship match here between Hunter Gray and Kane Koyama. Your thoughts?
Go ahead. You look excited.
I like Hunter Gray. I miss Hunter Gray. The world needs some Hunter Gray. Hunter Gray is the exact shot of adrenaline that Rocky Mountain Pro and half of the roster wasn't ready for. I'm just going to say it out loud right now. He is so opposite from what anybody younger than like 30 on the roster, right, has ever dealt with. You've dealt with a psychopath in Damon Ace. You've dealt with the Vulture in Dustin Urich. You've dealt with the Beauty and the Beast in Remy D. You have never dealt with the unpredictable nature of a Hunter Gray. Nobody has. And even some of the older fellas you might have, come in contact with. And even this took Caden Koyama by surprise early. Hunter comes out very quick, and we don't really see that. And he is just tossing Koyama around. Koyama's really trying to get some momentum, but this is like one of the first times really Caden's been really caught on his heels in the beginning of the match. Hunter is just dominating physically in this match. We saw the vice grip, which he then added a big giant bite out of his coconut with it. You know what I mean? So like not only is he squeezing his grape looking for juice, but then he bites a hole in the top of it, hoping that that's where the straw goes. And we have to tell Hunter that a head is not a cup of juice. That's not how that works. Although he's been in the mountains a long time and things happen. I understand this. But then eventually Caden gets out. And honestly, it was brilliant. It wasn't Braun that won this match. Hunter Gray brought all the brawn to this match. And as a smaller guy, I've been in fights. I grew up in Boston. I've been in more than a few fights. And I was almost never the bigger guy. You can't just rely on trying to punch the big guy down. It just doesn't work. You have to use your brain. Make him make a mistake. Stand next to the pocket meter, and when he goes to punch you, get out of the way, and he punches the pocket meter. Use your brain. Koyama does the exact same thing. He goads Hunter in the corner for the big run, ducks out of the way. Hunter gets a face full of the ring post, and then Koyama with the roll up of doom just gets out of dodge quick, regains his charge championship. And Hunter Gray, again, for the most unpredictable thing that we could have seen, we know Hunter is a man of good respect, but we've also seen that Hunter is also a man of very little self-control. He just has that mountain nature about him, but a great show of respect at the end of the match that like, you know, the big guy got beat, you know, Goliath got beaten by David, and Goliath showed respect to David at the end of the match. He gave him a handshake, and then he gave him a noogie. Coastal, I thought it was absolutely hilarious. He gave him the thing you do to your kid when your son messes up. You're like, come on, kid, let's go, get better. And you could tell that there's a respect, there's a camaraderie amongst brothers. It was about good competition. I know we say it all the time, and I know he's here. And Caden, you my man. Is this a problem? Is this a problem that Caden against the guy who has the XP of Hunter Gray, that he got caught kind of flat-footed in the beginning? Don't get me wrong, he retaliated and he played the stick and move game. But is this a thing that maybe some of the bigger fellas are going to go to school on? Maybe a guy like Miwabe again, maybe a Father Marquis noticing certain things. You know, is there a vulture in the wings?
I don't
Is
think
this
it's a
weakness?
problem for Caden. I think it's a problem if people
Right.
continue to follow this textbook of facing Caden, because what he's doing right now and what he's doing, probably the best I've ever seen, is if he thinks that he can go toe-to-toe with you, he's going to go toe-to-toe with you. If he doesn't, he's going to let you beat yourself. He's going to hang back. He knows he's going to take some shots. Anybody who's been in a fight knows I'm not getting out of this unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to wait. He's going to wait you out. He's going to analyze everything. And then if we've noticed, just as soon as you give him an opening, he is picking the right option to that opening. He understands his
Every
in-ring
time.
presence. It's like, okay, if I can, okay, he's this aggressive. Okay, I'm going to get in the corner. Well, yep, this is my opening. And then he does it. Or I'm not going to be able to use the Star Destroyer, but you know what? If I can hit him with a hard enough pedigree, boom, I'm going to win that way. Caden Koyama is wrestling at a Mensa level IQ right now, Lucas. And that is the problem for the entire locker room.
Yeah, he has an answer for everything. Even when it looked like, you know, he was getting a little overmatched, and Hunter, you know, came out with the, you know, it seemed like it was the game plan that was going to finally dethrone Caden Koyama. He found a way to get a little bit of a breather, regroup himself, and then, you know, execute plan B. And it worked. He once again was able to find another way to win and become victorious. It's just, it seems like we are watching a man of destiny, that we are watching a man who has had what I think many would consider the greatest charge title reign in Rocky Mountain Pro history. I think we're watching now that he's going to put any doubt to rest. And I think by the time that this charge title reign does end, I think he's going to go down as a history book as the greatest charge champion we've ever had. I think you can make a good argument right now. But I think that getting over this hurdle that he got over with Hunter, I mean, how much bigger of a challenge can you get than Hunter Gray? And,
Right.
and you were able to, you know, and you were able to overcome that. So, you know, the confidence has to be sky high. And, you know, if it was anybody else, I'd be worried about him getting overconfident. But I know Caden, he doesn't get overconfident. He knows that every opponent that he has poses a different kind of challenge, and I just know his mindset, and so I know that, you know, whoever his next opponent is for that title, he's going to go in with a kind of a you know, clean slate. He's not going to approach it the same way that he approached Hunter or that he approached any of his other opponents. He's going to go in with a clean slate, a new game plan. He does his due diligence. It's just remarkable to see how much effort he has put in to up his game. and have such a great title reign.
And I think it says something about the man, too, about Caden Koyama himself, that seeing him come from the tag team JK Pop, longest reigning tag team champions. Then we saw him have a devastating leg injury for a while, come back, have a match nominated for Match of the Year last year, have this opportunity to be a charge champion, win the championship, and then become one of the most reliable, versatile singles wrestlers on the roster. The amount of defenses, the amount of ways, and the variety of opponents, to me, right there, and I know we've only been dudes here with Rocky Mountain Pro now for just about 4.5, 5 years, but this has to be, even just by number of defenses alone, already at the top of the list of greatest charge title runs ever. Then you look at the man running it, and you see how many different ways and how many different opponents and how many different times he has gotten out of there. He's gotten in with the belt and left as the champion. It's very hard to deny. I know there might be a Severino Corrente fan out there who would say he's the best charge champion and the king of charged. But Severino should really go back and watch this whole past year of Koyama's reign and then compare and contrast honestly. And I got to tell you, this is one of the most impressive title reigns that we've seen in recent memory anyway, at least in the last 5 years.
All right. We got another tag team match here. Again, was made possible by the great Anaya backstage. Dylan Anderson and Marcio, basically Team Law Office. I think we can kind of ease into Marcio being somewhat aligned. I wouldn't say fully aligned, but he's definitely somewhat aligned in what way, shape, or form with the Law Office, going up against Anaya and Remy D, someone who we haven't seen in a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Marcio at this point is kind of like the bully that hangs out with the nerdy kid, because the nerdy kid has a Nintendo. And that's kind of what
yes.
I'm getting.
I was thinking the same kind of analogy. Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting to feel that vibe with Marcio. Like he's gonna hang out with the law office until Preston stops getting him what he wants. And if he's got to get his hands dirty in the process, if he's got to, stick up for Preston, well, that's okay. He's got something he wants and he's useful. Preston, God help you the day you become unuseful, because we see it in every match. Marcio Santos is a bull in a china closet, except he's as accurate as a missile at this point. Like, he hits where he wants to, he hits hard, and you are going to have a very bad time. Even if somehow you come out victorious, you are not having a good day that day when you fight Marcio Santos. The real story, though, on the other hand, we all know what's going on with Marcio. Like, he's hanging out with our office. The Oddfellows didn't do too well tonight, and I think this was more of Anaya not causing chaos, but Anaya being like, hey, this dude's in a match with me next week. If I can get Marcio Santos to kick his butt for free for half an hour, I'm going to do it. And then I'm going to take my shots, too, and I'm going to make sure that he is frustrated because we did not win. And I won't care because it was never my point in the first place. But next week, he's not going to be quite as focused. I don't think that's going to happen with Remy D. I think Remy D is going to be ultra focused, and I think this only helps Marky. This match ends in a no contest, but really the contest right now is how far into the fairgrounds did Remy beat the crap out of Anaya and vice versa.
Bro, I think they're still fighting all the way around the stables, all the way around the room where Hoodie and Yaden's old Falls Count Anywhere match ended, with Yaden going through that flaming table. I mean, I still think that they're fighting. Remy D, you don't piss off Remy D like that. He was already not in the most agreeable mood with Anaya. I think he looks at Anaya like that mosquito that just won't leave you alone. You can't get it, so you just kind of ignore it. But in this case, you have to tag with them. So, all right, at least, and you even see it in the beginning. Remy's like, all right, whatever. Let's kind of get to work here. Anaya came and stole the spotlight with the thing and everything else. And All right, fine. And Remy was on the same page with it until Anaya decided, like you said, if I can mess with all of these guys, namely Remy included, if I can mess with everybody, get everybody's head all jumbled, I have the advantage going into this match later. And I don't think that sometimes people think things through, because there are times that certain things create the exact opposite outcome than what you were going for. And I think this is one of those things with Anaya that I don't know if he was prepared for Remy D to take it out on him and not care about the match, because they didn't. They fought out to the back, and the law office was very, very confused because the match was ruled a no contest and they wanted a win. And you got Marcio Santos throwing hands all over Ref Alex. Like, he chased him out of the freaking building. So there is just pandemonium going on here right now. You got Anaya being his own wild card, Remy D taking care of his own business, whether it be with the opposing team or his own partner. You got the law office creating hell and chaos everywhere they go with referees and authority in the back. This is just par for the course here, boys. So it kind of makes sense that these are the fellas, Lucas, that are going to be in that NRW title match, because chaos breeds more chaos. And the NRW division is all about chaos at this moment in time. So I say put them in a damn cage and let them fight. Don't let anybody run away. Don't let anybody get out of Dodge. Put them in the thing, and now they can't go anywhere.
I agree.
I wish you guys had a cage. This would be perfect to throw them in there with a lid and lock it and just put the stove on boil and watch the water, watch the kettle start whistling.
Yeah. I would love to see it. Anaya sort of reminds me, I don't know how familiar you guys are with Norse mythology, but Loki's kind of like
Loki,
the god of mischief. He likes.
I saw the mask. I saw the mask with Jim Carrey. I saw the mask.
Yeah, he is kind of like the god of mischief. He likes to cause mischief. He enjoys it. It gives him a good laugh. But at the same time, I'm thinking of Anaya, and if he gets an NRW title shot, he would make a very interesting NRW champion. Because he's not only a great wrestler, but he is at his heart and soul a street fighter.
Yeah.
And
you can
so
tell.
the NRW championship would be right up his alley, and he would probably be very creative with the matches that he would maybe come up with. So. There's a little bit of me that would be curious to see Anaya actually win the NRW championship. I'm not saying I'm rooting for him, but I'm saying I would
okay with it.
I wouldn't mind seeing him as the NRW champion. Plus, it would be another title in his collection, because don't forget, he's the first ever charged champion. He's a former tag team champion.
Well, way to give up New Year's Revolution next week.
Well, I've already said that he's the first charged champion for like the past year. So if you guys didn't know that, then that's on you. So,
gotcha.
Wow.
Well, wait, Lucas, I got you, bro. Which one do we got? We got right there.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. Well done.
But no, it would be kind of interesting to see Anaya, but also, Remy's a part of that. Is going to be a part of that number one contender 4-way as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you've already seen now there's some hostility between Remy and Anaya, so that adds a little extra that's a little extra seasoning to the stew that is going to be. So there's going to be a lot going on in this 4-way match. I can't wait to see that.
There's 4 guys that can street fight, because there's 4 guys from the streets that grew up there and understand what it's like going to the school of hard knocks and then getting into a wrestling ring and bringing that philosophy. We've seen Remy bring it. We've seen Anaya bring it. God, we've seen Zamori bring it. I'm telling you, explosion. But you're right. I never considered what kind of NRW champion Anaya would be. And you're right. I think he would literally bring the entire sentiment of the wild card himself to the NRW title division, to the already wild card like no rules division, then you have Anaya who would be the champion. How do you put chaos into more chaos? Is that like dividing by zero when the universe kind of ends or something?
I think so.
Did you ever ask Siri what happens when you divide by zero? Like she freaks out at you.
Yeah.
All right. To wrap up episode 463, we did have the Lockettes Gauntlet match, which the winner of this match gets added into the Lockettes title match at October. That's already confirmed to be with Lola, of course, and Punk and Morgan. And we ended up with a Big Daddy Mo beating C-Rex at the end of this match. And at the end of this match, of course, we saw some extracurricular activities from one C-Rex and was immediately briefed and told to get the hell out of the arena. You are suspended indefinitely for striking Mr. Eli.
Punched him in the mouth, dude. She knocked him out
Right in the
cold.
mouth. Right in the
Right
mouth.
in the mouth. In the mouth. He's a referee. The hell are you doing?
Yeah.
C-Rex is not your average competitor here, folks. Referees are not there to absorb anger and punishment because you're mad you lost. You're not mad when you cheat and the referee raises your hand. Then you high five him and buy him a beer later, don't you? Because he was stupid and messed it up. Oh, but now here we go. All right. So C-Rex, the story of this match is legitimately C-Rex all the way until the girls went, nope, no more. C-Rex comes out. Izzy gets her first taste of redemption back at C-Rex. We saw how it worked a couple weeks ago. It didn't. Unfortunately, Izzy just came out, but I love Izzy's style. She learned more from last time. She come out and was just a freight train right into C-Rex, and C-Rex clotheslined her head off, and Izzy got right back up with the shots and the punches, and C-Rex didn't care and asteroided her straight to hell. All right, good try, kid. Next time, maybe. Taylor York, we saw a promo with her earlier. We saw her talking about how she was ready. She was pumped. She's ready to go. The Princess of Pump, I believe she calls herself. All right.
Pumped up princess, yep.
The pumped up princess, right? And she come out there and bang, asteroid 1, 2, 3. All right. Like, and I don't mean to sell her short, but it was literally come on out, asteroid 1, 2, 3. This C-Rex is not human. Okay. She's a damn modern day fossil. Okay, she's from the Jurassic era. She doesn't have bones. There's rock in there. Okay, fossil bones are rock, and this woman is made out of sheer rock until Big Daddy Mo comes out and uses a brain because, see, Taylor and Izzy was still out there hurting on the outside. Mo's coming in, gets a few moves in, finally gets C-Rex down. We don't see C-Rex go down a lot, and you even said that right on commentary, Lucas. That's one of the very few times that we have not seen her on her feet or one knee, just kind of getting back up on herself here. But then Big Daddy Mo does. She hits a bunch of elbows. She hits a huge splash. She almost looked like she got knocked out for a second, but she ended up regaining her wits, getting back in, calling out to the other Lockettes. And yes, don't let him fool you. Eli deserved it. Why, Jack? Why, Jack? Jack, I'm starting to think, I'm starting to not feel bad that Rose didn't share the boat door with you. Okay, Jack? Listen. What we're talking about here right now is at the end, what had to happen to beat the immovable force that C-Rex is. It did take 3 women to beat her. It did take 3 Lockettes to beat her. It did. Am I proud of it? No. Because I would have been giving any other team the same amount of guff. But if any one person has been walking around acting like the whole state, let alone the locker room, is hers, it's C-Rex.
To be fair, what do you expect when a referee makes questionable calls for the past few months?
Eli has been very controversial. I will agree with that. However, as a referee, I have sat, and every time you guys have asked me questions about it, there have been times where I would say it would be a judgment call, but more often than not, I would have sided the way Eli did. Because in the ring, things move extremely fast. As a matter of fact, if you've never been in a ring during a match, you have no idea how fast it moves. It moves 10 times faster than the replays on YouTube that you can sit, watch, and rewind. So not everything is perfect, and that is why we train every week. This is why we do these things. And Eli has been, I would say, if he was a Major League Baseball umpire, I would give him the 93% to 94% of the A minus of how he's done. It just happens to be that there have been some controversial moments. There was nothing controversial about how this match ended, except for the fact that they hid under and they did not see. Eli did not see the other Lockettes with the feet. Now, like I just said, boys, you guys can argue it all you want. I don't condone it. However, if it's good for the goose, sometimes it's got to be good for the gander every once in a while.
I'm sorry, but if I lost when I had 2 Lockettes, or in this case, two men holding my feet down when I'm getting pinned, so I can't kick out at 3 when I know I can kick out at 3, yeah, I'm gonna punch the ref in the face because he should have saw that. Just saying.
We see that over emotional decisions like that have absolute dire consequences. Where in this moment where she didn't think of not punching an official who made a mistake, that's a fact. He did. He 100% made a mistake.
Oh, that's
but
a nice
because there was no
comment right
amount
there.
of like no, huh?
That's a good one. That's comment of the night.
What's that?
I wouldn't go that
Is
far.
the Angel Hernandez of the Rocky Mountain Pro.
Where is that
Angel
comment?
Hernandez
I
would
don't
ask
see
Ray
that.
Charles, did you see that?
That was Jack.
Angel
LaChain.
Hernandez. Oh my God. Wow. That dude has like the 49% rating. Like, no,
Or
absolutely
or-
not on Angel Hernandez. You're talking about Angel Hernandez. You want to equate him to Rocky Mountain Pro referees. That's where we start talking about Marty Aloysius real fast.
Yeah.
That's where we start talking about refs like him. No. Eli and Alex are doing one hell of a job trying to maintain order in an absolutely chaotic environment with the tag team division, this Lockettes division that is literally about to boil over. As a matter of fact, Coastal, I think it did boil over because D'Lo Brown absolutely exploded on C-Rex after that match. And that's why I don't feel bad saying, yeah, Eli made a mistake. I think D'Lo even realized it, but it's all in how you handle things. And C-Rex did not think about how to handle things, did she?
Should
She
have
did
waited.
not. And you know what?
No.
I don't agree at all with Eli getting punched in the face. And D'Lo also saw someone trying to say, I'm above the law. And what have we learned in the last bunch of weeks? No one is above the law. Not C-Rex, not Damon Ace.
Nope.
Like, D'Lo is enforcing these new rules. And I think that also was a direct statement, Lucas, right at the law office, right at, hey, I don't care how you circumvent them, you break them, you're going to get suspended. Who knows? Maybe Preston will get suspended. What a great vacation that would be.
But here, and you guys are gonna hate me for this because I'm gonna do something that I try to do. I know I have.
Devil's advocate is fair in debate. Devil's advocate is fair.
I haven't been so good at it lately, but I'm gonna try to do it. And I'm going to say that maybe there needs to be some kind of consequences for the Lockettes that broke the rules. Hey, we say something has to be done for the law office when they pull shenanigans. There were shenanigans done here. I'm a big fan of Big Daddy Mo, one of her biggest supporters, one of her biggest advocates. But this was, I'm sorry, if you had to use 2 Lockettes who were no longer a part of this match to help you win, well, then maybe you didn't deserve to win. And, I hate that. Almost pains me to say that because I think Big Natty Mo is absolutely awesome. I think she could beat C-Rex by herself, but she didn't. And we would be absolutely ridiculing the law office or some other people for pulling that same stuff. So I think we have to be fair and say that C-Rex got robbed here, and C-Rex has a right to be upset. Now, did she go too far? Absolutely. You cannot do what she did. but at the same time, I think she's somewhat justified. I think D'Lo needs to go back and either do some kind. There needs to be some kind of discipline, or at least an investigation on whether Mo had this planned, or did the Lockheads, did Izzy and Taylor York do this by themselves and decide to do it, and then have the proper discipline on them, because that they're part of the reason why C-Rex is so angry in the first place. And so, and maybe you need to have a review of Eli, because is Eli doing a good job? Yes, but he's had a lot of controversial decisions as of late. And I think you want to put an end to it so you don't have this, because, the referees unfortunately have a big responsibility to uphold the integrity of competition in Rocky Mountain Pro, and he's had a few failures as of late. So I'm not saying he needs to be suspended or fined or anything, but maybe we need to go have a review of his performance and try to fix some of these issues. So there's a lot of blame to go around in all this, and
no, I think what we need is oversight everywhere, not just on the law office, but on all of these number one contender, all of these championship matches. I think it's very important. But one thing that you have to understand is that nobody's going to listen to your point when you don't make a point in a way anybody's going to listen to it. And if C-Rex had a point to make, the last thing you need to be doing, if she punched Taylor and punched Izzy, that's fine. But then you punch the ref and instantly all your credibility is gone. All of it is gone, and you're never going to be listened to or even met anywhere near the middle. So at that point, you're right. We could debate what they did, but at the end of the day, C-Rex did it to herself.
All right. Real quick, we're going to end this. Going to start the Review Awards soon. Back in 2015. My opinion, ref Eli semi-deserved to get punched in the face, just not in that instant. And in my opinion,
referees do not deserve to get punched in the face. They are defenseless fucking officials. Pardon me. They are defenseless officials in the middle of a ring. They are not trained to fight you. They do not deserve to get hit like that.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Okay.
And there are humans that make mistakes.
Okay.
We do not train like wrestlers. We do not learn like wrestlers. We do not garner that.
Take care of yourself in the parking lot next time. All right. And, of course, I think that the Lockheads match should still be one-on-one because of that finish. I think it should be Punk and Morgan versus Lola. That's October.
And that would be fair. Due to the nature of the circumstance, yes. I would be okay with that, to be honest. It doesn't mean because they can, you can. But you did.
In my opinion, Big Daddy Mo did not deserve that win, and nor should have it even counted.
Bring it back.
It should have been...
Right.
If anything, at the very least, there should be a redo of that number one contendership match. Obviously, for a future date, because C-Rex is now suspended because of what she did with Ref Eli, but that's my 2 cents on the situation. I think Lola deserves a one-on-one, except it deserves a one-on-one match instead of a triple threat. But, again, I don't run RMP. Yeah, let's move on to a little bit of the rewind.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on this episode before we get into that?
More chaos.
I'm excited to see what the tag team division has. Like, this is going to be... There's not only going to be one great match. There's going to be like 4 or 5. And as a tag team wrestling fan, I'm excited.
And really very little news tonight from the Rocky Mountain Pro champion, Damon Ace, where he was watching silently somewhere, observing the NRW title pictures coming together. We got that big match next week coming from Bierstadt. And the Lockheads division just in more and more chaos. We solved nothing. We just got 75 new questions from getting one answer.
And for me, it's just seems like Caden Koyama it just finds a new way each and every time to not only win a match, but to keep impressing me. Every match that I watch of Caden Koyama, I feel like I've just watched him go to another level. It just seems like he levels up each and every time, and that's what I felt in this episode.
All right. So obviously we can't watch New Year's Revolution tonight because it's 2 hours long, and we're already getting close to our time here. But we did find the Revies that we didn't get a chance to watch. So we're going to watch that tonight. It's about 25, 30 minutes. Then we're going to wrap up tonight's show. And then we'll talk about everything else after that. Because there is some news regarding the dudes that we do have to address at some point. All right. I think I had it set up, but I think I accidentally exited it out. So, yeah, I did. Okay. We will reset everything up real quick. Let's see. All right. Oh, I didn't do it to share the screen. That's right.
There we go.
All right. Should we wait for Marky?
Yeah.
I mean, Ken, I think he's back now.
There
I was
he is.
literally right here. I was just sitting back down. Perfect. Perfect time.
You and your bladder.
Hey, man, I drank like 3 waters during the show. I'm drinking less coffee. Drinking a lot less coffee.
Oh, this is New Year's Revolution. Never mind. Where the hell did the
Oh,
Revies
yeah?
go? Oh, right here. Wrong tab.
Wrong tabby tab.
Wrong tab.
It's our first ever time doing these awards. It's become an annual thing as we do it more and more often. So we're going to start off with our first ever award. It is NRW's Most Loved Star. There's so many to choose from, but there can be only one winner.
Most loved star. Who do you think it is?
Most loved star of the year?
Hoodie.
2015.
2015, yes. Lucas, if you know, don't say anything.
Watch
Yeah,
it be
I'm not-
silly, like the Revolution Ranger. I know if it was me, I'd give it to like Hoodlum, but that would be like superstar of the year because he's a champ right now and he's had himself a hell of a year as of right now. But so having a lot of other ones.
Well, I guarantee
This-
you it's
this-
not Stefan Lacroix.
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely
just-
not. No.
Just so you guys know, this was voted on by the fans of that year. So just keep.
Okay, this was a fans vote. Okay.
Hoodie.
Yep.
You have our picks?
I'm gonna take the oddball pick. I'm gonna pick the Ranger. I think everybody loved the Revolution Ranger.
Cole, so you said hoodie?
Oh, could be Goza. Yeah, 4th row. That's a good pick.
Done 15. Oh, maybe.
The winner of the Most Loved Star of the Year is
Hang on.
Mario Vanger.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I was kind of right.
You were close. Same DNA. Very close to it.
Thank you. Thanks to everyone that voted for me. Thanks to everyone in the back. Thanks for all the training I've done. No, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, all right? Thank you. Thank you.
Give it up for Anaya. Stay tuned for more of the Revy Awards coming up.
When we get a Titus style
RW
Bad
Event of
fumble.
the Year.
NRW event of the year.
Milestone.
Think about the other big event that we had earlier on in the year.
Was
in 2015.
Which was the?
Think about
Shocktober. Shocktober could definitely be it.
No.
Well, that could be one too. But
Oh,
think
actually,
about
technically,
one-
yeah, because this is what the last week
that
of the
was
year,
it.
or something like that.
Yeah. No, that's part of it. But think about another big event that
Why are you
we
giving
had
him
earlier on.
hints?
I just
He
want him
was
to,
there. He's
I
a
just
good
want
dude.
I'm just wanting him to think about it. I'm not saying that's who won. Think about it.
There was a lot of great matches, and it was a hell of an event. The
El Juggalo. Whoop whoop. On YouTube.
the Dean versus Ronan show where that culminated with the casket match that they kind of had.
That was that
don't remember
was well, the soul on the pole was New Year's Revolution, I believe,
Okay.
of the year before. Yeah. Of 2015.
It was
But
still
I'm-
a 15, yeah.
But I'm thinking about another event that had a ladder match and had some other matches.
Oh, Never Broken.
Play it.
He was. Oh, they're gonna name them all. Okay.
That was such a pistol logo for Milestone with the Mortal Kombat theme on it.
Ha!
Never broken.
W. Nailed it.
Yeah, because you remembered the name of the only show we didn't mention.
After I gave you like 5 hints.
And then you yelled at him for giving hints.
Establishment in Colorado to get professional wrestling training.
Well, if he's
from
going to throw layoffs, I'm
That's
going to
great.
freaking take
I'm
him.
winning.
Nowhere else. MPWA is the official training facility of NRW
It's not my fault
Pro
you guys
Wrestling
didn't.
and offers a training program that focuses on the full professional wrestling experience, including proper fundamentals, in-ring technique, cardio conditioning, and much more. Here you will also have access to Grudge MMA Training Center's complete list of courses and equipment, as well as attending NRW's tapings and major events, getting up close and personal with world-class talent. If you are serious about being a professional wrestler, then MPWA is the place for you. Located off of I-76 in Sheridan, inside Grudge MMA Training Center in Arvada, Colorado.
Welcome back to the 2015 Remy Awards. Are you ready for our next award?
This is one of my favorites. It's the most hated wrestler of the year. We got
Most hated wrestler?
Most hated wrestler.
Steven Ashburn.
Paulie B. Nobody liked Paulie B. Everybody, Paulie B, all he did was make people feel bad for Larry Butabi. That was all he did for a long, long time. And I'm with Jack McGreedy. We got to get a sad trombone sound.
We do have one.
No, that's actually that is a trombone sound, isn't it?
Yes, you do have
We gotta get
glasses,
another one.
sir.
I mean, we got this one.
Basically the same thing.
That's close enough.
I am going to go with Danger Dean.
Ooh. Every time you pick Danger Dean, you're right. I don't like this. You watched this, didn't you?
No, I didn't. As you can see, the line is not there yet, so I didn't watch it.
Titus Machiavelli.
He's not a. Oh, okay.
But he's the most hated.
But
Wait,
he's
I
not
gotta
a
do it.
wrestler, dude.
Me do it.
Wasn't the okay? So, I'm pretty sure I heard this right. Wrestler, right, Lucas?
It is what they said, yes. But I just read what's on the damn thing, so don't shoot the messenger.
Steven Ashburn. Eric Angel. Elias Castaneda. Daisy. And Mario Vancher.
those are all easy picks, but all right,
Another one. we screenshot that, and that's the thumbnail for the video tonight.
That would be great.
So it did say most hated star. I guess you could
That's
call
right.
him a star, yeah.
Can you screenshot that as soon as the lower caption comes up?
Everybody put your thumbs up. Okay, that's one. Now let's do the caption. Wait, hold up.
Right there.
All right, thumbs up one more time. 3, 2, 1. Perfect, got it.
Are the Revies edibles? Jack, we're keeping it clean tonight. We're just relaxing. We'll talk about that stuff when we're off the show. We can't talk about that yet. Oh, for Titus to eat it. I thought we needed edibles to deal with Titus. Which both are true, actually. Never mind. I guess it's all perspective.
Is this some kind of a joke? Do you think I care that you hate me?
You obviously
I
do.
really don't. I am the boss. I do what's best for this company, and I do it one way. No one cares. I am a means necessary.
See the comment? No one cares.
Hi, Titus. There goes Titus. I love Queen. Blah, blah, blah. No one likes you. Not wrong. That gauntlet match was serious, too. And now they both sing soprano.
Nice. Good win. Good win.
Yep.
That's the charge match of the year.
Yeah, anytime Steven Ashburn gets his butt whooped like that, it's great.
I disagree with that. Am I the only one?
Well, which one would you have picked?
I probably would have done the Ronin Gauntlet.
As would I.
I can't disagree with that.
The nature of what Ronan was going through, the uphill battle Titus was putting him in, and then to get through an entire gauntlet, win it, just to get screwed in the title match.
Now, if I would have had a vote, I think I would have picked the Sammy Six Guns Tyler Cintron match.
That was second for me.
Great too.
That was second
Yeah.
for me, 100%.
But again, to Coastal's what he was saying, anytime Ashburn is getting his ass kicked, I'm in.
Wait, no.
So yeah.
Oh, okay, no. Never mind.
Saturday, January 23rd, the National Wrestling Alliance and NRW ring in the new year with New Year's Revolution. See NWA World Champion Jax Dane and all your favorite NRW stars like Hoodlum, the Canadian Pitbulls, the NRW Lockettes, and many, many more. All from the Grudge Training Center in Arvada, Colorado. Don't miss this great event sponsored by the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy. Discounted tickets are available at nrwprowrestling.com or the Grudge Training Center now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to
heavy awards. This next award we give out is one of the most important of the night. It goes to the Lockhead of the Year. As you all know, NRW is home to the only true professional wrestling women's division in Colorado, and there's so many deserving candidates. So with that in mind, let's take a look at some of the women deserving this prestigious award.
It's got to be Angel. Daisy's also had a hell of a year, too. Although I don't know if you could call a Lockhead of the Year.
Great list of nominees. Are you ready to announce the winner?
The hell is this?
That is Nikita.
Nikita.
Who was not nominated for Lockhead of the Year.
She didn't do anything.
If that's not Queen Bee energy, I don't know what is.
Than to have me give this award. It has been an honor working with the NRW Lockheads and the Mercury Pro Wrestling students. I've watched these ladies compete and practice, giving it their all. Through the pain, sweat, tears, and punishment, overcoming many obstacles, making the best of each opportunity. They keep striving, pushing each other, and raising the bar on the female division. It has absolutely been an honor. We have all these ladies, and I'd like to proudly announce the winner of the Lockheads Award, Angel Trinity.
Yes. Yes. Angel had the supreme year from the Lockheads. Absolutely.
Not only have I seen her bust the butt in this ring and kiss ass, but look at that beautiful belt. Angel, I'm so proud of you. Any words?
I just want to thank all my amazing trainers, and I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you so much.
Short and sweet. Here's a big one.
Yeah.
Here's another big one. That ladder match.
That's my
That's
pick.
my pick.
That's my pick.
pick too.
Yeah. Dean and Chavo at Milestone, that was good.
And Dean sold her soul.
There was so many good matches. Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to say no that this was. Oh my God.
NRW would like to acknowledge Phil White and PRW Projects as the official graphic design company of NRW Sports Entertainment, specializing in custom artwork, creative and graphic design, and the highest quality promotional materials. The official NRW video on demand site is the place to rent or purchase digital copies of NRW major events, past seasons of NRW Weekly Show Charged, and exclusive compilations. Events that feature all your favorite NRW stars, as well as international superstars such as Chavo Guerrero, Al Snow, Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian, ODB, Nikita, and more. Just go to NRWProWrestling.com and the NRW TV section to find your favorite episodes and events.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2015 Revy Awards. And we have a very special guest to help us announce our next award. Please, everyone, welcome Mercury Yaden!
Here he is. All clean shaven. Gross Cormac wink at the camera. I know, it's weird, isn't it?
How's everybody doing? You guys have sounded great tonight. I want to personally thank you for coming out and being such a great crowd.
What in the holy
that?
hell was that?
NRW fans, give yourselves a hand. Thank you.
I think we had a DJ in the background skipping the record.
Because this means a lot to me. 2 years ago, we started a school called the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy. You can probably guess where the name came from. I'm very passionate about the business of professional wrestling, and I believe it could be done better and more proper.
We know that's right.
So 2 years ago, we started this mission, and I've been blessed with the greatest crop of students that any coach could ever hope for, and they stuck with us through great times, difficult times, and the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy is what makes NRW run, and it's what makes it the only true professional wrestling organization in the region. So without further ado, I want to turn your attention to the screen for the nominees for the Mercury Pro Wrestling Academy Rookie of the Year.
When Mario Vanger is a rookie.
And Dozer is a rookie.
And Dozer. What a class. Desdemona, we've seen her a lot as of recent on the show. Silas Winston.
What a rookie class, huh?
This is the greatest rookie
Seriously.
class I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. This is sick, nasty, dude. Yeah.
Yep. 2 former Rocky Mountain Pro champions, a former Charge champion, and current WWE star. Yeah, just loaded.
Yeah, and they're sticking with the same thing that we do during our peak awards. It's whoever graduated from the All Star Wrestling Academy, and we do like a time frame to classify them as rookies. But
I don't remember how that was done back then. I think Yaden kind of just picked whoever had come out of the academy that year.
Yeah. I think we have less. I think it's 6 months after you graduate.
Yep.
You have to be on TV for 6 months.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah, TV for 6 months.
If not, then your rookie class goes for
there's
the following year.
McCready's fella right there.
Wait,
There's
hold
the
up.
man.
Hold up. I didn't catch this. Did you guys catch this?
What?
Hold up. Hold up.
Wait.
Ready? Watch the
Okay, this Tyler.
watch the trombone where it goes.
Oh, Jesus. No.
Yeah.
No. Oh, did it hit the guy in the face?
It hit the guy in the face. He's down.
Do it again.
Do it
Play that
again.
again.
Yeah. Look,
I didn't even see that.
Watch. Boom!
Oh my God!
And he had no idea.
What a dipshit!
This poor
Oh my
guy.
God.
The poor guy is literally on his hands and knees checking to see if he's bleeding, and then all of a sudden,
He is,
wham!
dude. He just took a whole camera. He took 35 millimeters to the face.
And he's just like, nah, I'm just gonna dance it off. Here we go.
What a jackass. Oh, man. McCready was right the whole time. Hashtag McCready was right.
And you wonder why I've always given Cormac Battle crap on this show.
Oh, it's stupid stuff like that. No, you're not wrong.
This
You're
poor
not wrong.
guy.
Wait, can we see it one more time, unfortunately, please? I got to see it one more time, please. I'm sorry.
Do you want it in slow mo too to boot?
No. It's funnier if it's just legit. Like, oh,
Wait.
that poor
Oh,
bastard.
God damn it. I screwed up.
Oh, Cormac. He is doing it in slow-mo. He's all just slow-mo in it.
Absolutely.
0.25.
Oh, that's annoying. Hold up. That's annoying.
Right now,
Just
hold
burn
on.
the volume down. All right.
Boom!
What's up?
Lucas, did you ever notice that?
This is the first time I ever noticed that.
Johnny, how the hell did you notice that, dude?
Well, I know he used to do it, but then I just saw the guy hunched over, and I'm just like, he did not just fucking do that. And then the second time around, I'm like, I'm pretty sure he just got whacked in the face with the trombone.
Can we clip that, put it on like his socials, and just hashtag why Cormac why? Can we send that to him and just be like, bro, what are you doing, man?
I don't think I even have any info on him in terms of socials.
That's all right.
I'm pretty sure Mac unfriended me or blocked me.
All right. It'll be our little laughing joke then. It'll be our little thing. We're all in it together here, folks.
Is this guy still
It's all our
alive? Do we know? Do we know if he recovered after the trombone to the face?
He may not have, because I don't know who the hell that is. So that may have been the last we ever seen him. Yeah.
I mean, somebody had to have had an ice pack in the back, and hopefully they stitched his face back up.
Oh, that's funny.
He's a wrestling guy. He's a trooper. I'm sure he's all right. He's hurting right there, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the MPWA Rookie of the Year is Dozer.
Yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah! Where's my sandwich? I'm gonna get him. He's always got that look on his face like he just smelled chicken wings. And he's like, where are they?
Bitch.
Yep.
I want to thank everyone coming out tonight. Like I've heard Drew say, and they said I love pro wrestling. Nothing I want to do, pretty much in my besides pro wrestling, routine you guys. And so to honor for this award and just doze your doses. And he does the caterpillar, the elbow drops, does all that. Mom feed me when I was a kid. I'm ready for being a pro wrestler. That's all I do, man. So thank you very much for Drew.
Oh, he
got hit in the face. That is karma. That is karma.
That is
Play
awesome.
it back.
In
Play
real,
it back.
that is karma in real time.
Play it back. I want to see it.
This is the greatest rewind we've had in the last 10 minutes.
This is literally what the kids call instant karma. Literally.
Oh.
Can we just? Yep. Okay.
I'm getting there.
Now, see, I remember this. I remember giving him crap after the show. I just didn't know that it showed the clip of him hitting the guy. So this makes it all that much better.
Oh my God! This.
I think right there, dude, was like, yeah, I hit him. I think I hit him.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good.
Dean selling his soul.
That was a pretty screwy one right there.
That's a good one, though.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
It does.
We've got more awards. This next one, well, this isn't an individual award. This is twice the fun.
That's right. This next one is for the tag team of the year. There have been all kinds of tag teams that have come through NRW. Those that have succeeded and those that have failed. But these are the nominees for the tag team of the year.
Okay. It's been an interesting year of tag teams this year in NRW. Mayorum. Yep. No, not really so much. That was a very strange Bedfellows tag team that worked for a
There
minute.
we
go, Johnny.
I swear,
really-
I swear to Christ. If this is a thing, nothing against the Revolution Ranger, but the other guy,
No.
no.
It's all Beefcake.
Dr.
No.
Beefcake.
He's the one they
No.
call Dr. Beefcake.
Could you imagine if Dr. Beefcake and Cormac Battle would have teamed up? Could you imagine that?
They called the Battle in Beefs or something. No thanks.
Just said the
No
battling beefs.
I don't know. I tried to think of something highly inappropriate. I couldn't think of anything that good.
Battle.
Pitbulls, yeah, you got to put them up. Oh, look, it's Titus again.
There are going to be only two, and the winner is, obviously,
The Gorillas.
West Coast Gorillas.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, okay, obviously.
That's two for an eye.
Whoa, so wait a second. You're telling me that in a world full of gods and insane people... demigods. Excuse me. In a world full of demigods and pitbulls and
Todd and I are
insane people and
demigods.
superheroes and
You must have just seen that on the internet right before he went out.
whatever else is running around back there. Oh, and Cormac Battle. You guys chose the LCG as the tag team of the year. Walking up and down the road with my brother here. We've been to Kansas, we've been to Utah, we've been all over Colorado. We've beaten everybody that's come our way. And I can speak for my brother when I tell you that we've had the absolute best time of our lives being in the Left Coast Gorillas, being with you guys. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you.
He should have gave Cormac the microphone back, like in his chest, so when Cormac looked down, he could do the finger thing up his nose and be like, "Ah, I got you, punk."
Clean and professional establishment with amazingly talented artists and piercers. Located in Aurora, Lady Luck is the place to go for any new tattoos and piercing.
NRW would like to thank Shay L as an official sponsor of NRW. Located in Lakewood, Colorado, Shay L features a variety of services to suit any need, including hair, nails, wax, skincare, and tanning at affordable prices.
What could possibly be
All right,
left?
guys, this is our last award, and it's arguably our biggest. This is for the NRW Wrestler of the Year. This is for the guy
Okay.
you all feel exemplifies NRW, what we stand for more than anything else. This is the one that you chose as almost the flag bearer of NRW. Let's check out the nominees for NRW Wrestler of the Year.
No.
I mean, you don't have to like it, but it's a fact.
Oh, look,
Dean
it's
deserves
Danger
it
Dean.
too. He should be there. Yeah. Yep. We need to see Mercury Yaden here. Ronan should be here too. He had a hell of a year. Okay.
And boys, the nominees, that was, there it is, the biggest award of the night. And I get to announce it. And your winner is, for Wrestler of the Year, well, he shouldn't have gone anywhere, Anaya!
3 of them.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm with Hoodie on this one.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Matt, did you say that this is the award for the flag bearer of the company?
Well, I mean, in a manner of speaking. Like,
This is for Superstar of the Year, am I right? And Hoodlum, the NRW champion, did not win tonight. So that means that my brother Anaya won Superstar of the Year here tonight.
Whoa.
Yep. 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 For those of you who don't know, an entire conversation just happened right there with one glance.
thank you.
I guess that was his acceptance speech. Well, what a 2015 we've had here at NRW. We want to thank all you fans for making this the best wrestling company in Colorado, bar none. 2016 was to be an even bigger year. I want to thank everyone. This has been the Revenue Awards. Have a great night.
My, did that end contentiously, huh?
Yes, there was a lot of tension in the room there.
Hoodie got a point. Hoodie got a point.
What'd you think about the winners?
Mostly agreed.
Except for the last one, I'm assuming.
I think that if you have the big belt, you should be the flag bearer of the company.
You could also put Steven Ashburn in that conversation, too.
No.
What? Listen, if we had to listen to why JK Pop did everything they had to do, if we had to listen to all that garbage, then even a dude like me would have to look at a guy like Steven Ashburn or Stefan Lacroix, all right, and kind of look and be like, I don't like him, but he's a champion for a long time. He come out with just after a few months and was the champion in a very short time. I don't have to like it. I just cheered my ass off when he lost it. But do both of those guys have a little bit of a bigger claim? Yup. I can see where Hoodlum's kind of like, wait a minute. Wait. Hold up. Time out. I could see where that could come from. Very much so. Lucas, you gave out the awards. You were there.
Yeah. I would like to talk about how great of a host I was, honestly. I can add award host to my long list of other job duties that I do quite well. Just
I think you carried Cormac the entire time because his eye was not correct after Dozer's interaction. He couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
He put a steak on it, but Dozer ate all those.
That's right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude this episode of the recharge / rewind show here on
all of those things.
Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Real quick before we begin our send off here, I do want to talk about what's going to be happening with this show in the future. Now, life has kind of been a little bit hectic as of late, at least for me. A lot of it has to do with my full-time job that I do during the week. This is obviously not my full-time job, and obviously guys like us need to work. And my schedule is starting to become a little bit too hectic to be able to do 2 shows a week. There have been times over the course of the past year and a half where I will do a recharge show like this, and I will put my head down for an hour and head right back to work. I've been doing that for a year and a half almost. Can't do it anymore. So what I think we're going to be doing from here on out, I might give it one more week because we do have New Year's Revolution, and that's a 2-hour show. So we might hold off one more week. But eventually this show is going to be the norm. So on Sundays, we're going to be combining Recharge and the Rewind into one night. And we also plan on going a half hour earlier at 8:30. To be able to get in most of the Recharge, which we're going to have to do a hard stop on Recharge between 45 minutes and an hour in order for this to be successful, to be able to do the Rewind portion as well, to at least get through an episode. So that is the plan going forward. Obviously, when we have to do big event reviews like Shocktober coming up, that takes precedent over everything that we're doing on Sunday. But for the Recharge every week, covering Charge, and doing the Rewind on the second half of the show, that's going to be the new norm going forward. So just want to give all you guys a little bit of a heads up. As of right now, we're going to keep the schedule the same this week. Just because we do have New Year's Revolution coming up next Sunday to watch, and it's a 2-hour show, and that's going to take up most of the show, so we can't really do a Recharge and with the Rewind unless we do a 2-part thing with New Year's Revolution, which I will leave that up to the guys on the panel. Do you guys want to do a 2-part, or you want to get it all done in one night?
I do 2-part.
I'm game. We've 2-parted. We've 1-parted. I'm here. I'm not worried about getting fined. I'm doing the things that we got to do. That's what we do here. We don't worry about getting fined. We show up. We do the thing.
Yep. Exactly.
Put me in, coach. I just want to play.
Whatever is best for our fearless leader. I'm here.
Hey, John, we trust.
Yeah.
Boy, we're gonna be in trouble.
All right. So I guess starting this week, we are going to be doing Sundays. Sundays for the Recharge and the Rewind. I'm assuming everybody else knows in chat. I think Aiden's in chat. If not, I'll shoot him a message. We were talking about it earlier in the week anyway, so he has a good idea on what's coming. But it's going to make it easier for me to be able to do both shows in one day. Because let me tell you something. When you live up here and you gotta do a show till 11 o'clock, and then you gotta go into work a couple hours later around 1:30 in the morning at times, it sucks. And I've definitely avoided that for a very long time, and it has affected my health to an extent. So it's best if we combine the shows on one day on Sunday so I don't have any issues in the future.
Gotcha, Coach.
So,
100%.
Geez, Johnny, the graveyard shift is not fun. I don't work the graveyard shift. That's the problem. I work first shift. I work during the day. But I get called in. I get called in quite frequently, and especially since we lost one of my counterparts. So it's been a little rough the past couple weeks. But we'll get through it. But I think this is better in the long run. A lot of people like tuning in on Sundays anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Especially we start a little earlier, too.
Yeah.
So little extra half hour. We get the banter out of the way. Everything else, get the show going, get a rewind going.
All right.
Half hour will suit us well.
So this Sunday, part 1 of New Year's Revolution and Recharge episode 464 is on the docket.
Yep.
All right. YouTube and Rumble, we will see you guys next Sunday for the Rewind and Recharge. As always, folks, stay safe, stay classy. We'll see you on the next one. Take care, folks.